Well, I literally just got done watching just one guy, Metalworks, doing his latest little project on his grinder stand, and kind of motivated me to kind of show you guys what I'm up to these days. Seeing as the temperatures are starting to mellow out from summer, I'm starting to get into some of my miscellaneous welding projects. So this is kind of where I've been meaning to kind of do a video on this thing for quite some time. This old spool gun welder that I stumbled onto years back. Just an El Cheapo that I think I got it for like 170 bucks brand new, and then they just stopped producing them, stopped making them, and it's been absolutely fabulous for me. Before this, I had, El Cheapo, Harbor Freight, flux core MIG welders, and just nothing but trouble with them. I always got, the cheapest entry-level thing, and it just never panned out. This, I could literally give this thing to a monkey, and just they could go to town. It is so simple. But anyways, one of the projects that I've started welding on is one of the mower deck belt covers. I found a piece of sheet metal leftover from when I was doing the body repairs on my old F-250. It looked like it was about the perfect gauge to weld in. Missing chunk there, which looked almost exactly like that one there. So that one will be coming up next for me, or eventually. Just depends on how much motivation I have doing the whole welding thing. Not exactly my favorite task, but what can I say? Projects out at the other house, projects doing welding stuff, etc., etc. So it's not like there's ever a dull moment. Anyways, I started tinkering with the other belt guard for the shaper as well. I've got it pretty much tacked up. Need to go back through, obviously, and fill in all the voids. But it's a start. It's a huge process trying to get sheet metal to do exactly what you want with welding and Bondo and whatnot. So the other thing is, it dawned on me as I'm getting into a welding season per se, is, well, let me take you in here first. This Hindi lathe was missing a cover. So it's got the upper cover here for the belts, for the drive belts, and then it's got the lower cover down there. But it was missing the section in the middle, and I suspect it was cast iron, heavy piece of cast iron there again. So I got to thinking to myself, there's no way I'm going to be able to form a piece of cast iron for it, but what I might be able to do is come up with some steel that has this correct edge profile, and conceivably cut it in half long ways down the middle and join two sections of it together. So I got a piece of this that is about 46 inches long or so. The idea is I'm going to cut it in half this way, and then I will cut whatever I need to off vertically, and I'm going to put the two of them together to make my missing cover. Now granted, this is a little bit thinner. I think this stuff is a 1/4 inch thick, and the cast iron stuff, the cast iron pieces that are there, look like they're in the vicinity of 7/16 1/2 inch thick or so. So I'm just going to have to make, some spacers or whatever, but it'll still look a heck of a lot better than having a gaping hole there. The one hang up that I have is this is galvanized. So wherever I'm getting ready to weld, I got to get that bloody galvanized material off of there before I asphyxiate myself or poison myself from the fumes. But it's not the first time I've had to deal with the stuff, so I'll muddle through it. But anyways, welding, like I said, welding is not my favorite thing to do, but thank God I can, at least with steel. And one other thing, this enormous piece of steel, well, it's not so enormous anymore, but I finally cut me off a chunk of it just to see how hard it was and how difficult it was going to be to cut. And luckily my bandsaw went right through it. It only took me about 6 minutes to hack through this thing. I was pretty darn tickled about that. So hopefully there'll be some machining projects with some of it coming up in the future. It might be a little while since we're into welding season, but we'll get there. Anyways, that's it for today. Tomorrow I think I'm going to be out helping a friend do a little bit of car shopping, since I don't ever need to go buy vehicles since mine last practically forever. So it's kind of exciting because I don't get to do it otherwise. So anyways, you guys have fun, and I'll catch you later.